All right, last we left off in Strahd. We found ourselves in rather a predicament of many vampire spawns and many deaths, as you guys had taken as many as you could, and it was a difficult time and task, watching friends die left and right, making your way out and breaking through glass and trying to escape, as the rain seems to be coming forth as Strahd saw fit to play a part in this endeavor, as he did not want you to take the femur bone and head back towards the church. He wished for his presence to be among the people of Vallaki, as he saw his prize within grasp. As he had to obviously intervene, as he did so, as everybody decided to split and run for the hills, trying to make their way to the church as fast as possible, as some of you came up to a crossroad as you had to fight two vampire spawns that had followed you and chased. You decided to fight them off, as sadly enough, a death had commenced across the vanquish as they tried to save another, as they managed, but they had sacrificed themselves to the devil himself. As you guys had ran and spieled around, hoping to save Sereth, and you did, nearly dying as Gino you carried her. Was it Sereth's the guy, right?
Yeah.
Okay, him all the way back towards a house of some sort. The house of the Blue Water Inn. It was the inn where you had gotten valuable information. As Gino saw fit to run back, realizing quickly it was too late. The death of a friend did not survive. She was mutilated in many ways, as it was a gruesome tale. Arden himself almost made it towards the church, 10 minutes away from the grasp of it, as he was stopped. It seems like the vampire spawns saw fit to follow, as they gave him an ultimatum. Give us the bone, and you shall live. If not, you shall be tortured and ripped apart, likely, as he saw no choice to give it out. Knowing what he did was a ruthless act, but he had no choice. He saw his life more important than anybody else's. As he eventually fled towards the church, seeking a haven. Gino himself came across two individuals that came into view, two new allies potentially. It seems fit they were willing to help at all cost, joining the cause and joining towards the church. As you eventually arrived towards St. Andrew's in cause and conversations, quickly talking towards the priests and saying forth what had been done and forsaken. As quickly enough as your eyes turned away, all the torches went out. It felt strange, it felt cold, it felt like an eerie presence, as the two new individuals found out that he was coming. The presence of a god in this realm is rare, especially to one named Strahd himself. As he saw fit to come forth, calling his pets forth that crashed through the windows, reaping havoc, ripping shreds of people, hearing screams and bloody murder, as his vampire spawn saw fit to shred as many people as they could, having aid from the help outside from the werewolf hunters, as no hope was upheld, as Gino's attempt to save, well, the mission at hand, as she did not survive. It seems fit she got captured, as Gino got slapped like a doll, a rag doll, smacking into one of the pedestals. As our friend Arden watched this in amazement, as unable to move a flinch or do anything, as he saw fit the priest to be ripped by his throat and tossed to the side, as he got his prize, Arena, and saw fit to leave, with one last glance towards Gino, as he would be next towards Strahd's prize. As he left, seems fit, the vampire spawns stayed put to fight off the new heroes, but leaving one alive, knowing that his true intentions were never to be ended. But his friend, sadly, a young vampire spawn to be slayed and to watch his friend die. As Auden and Gino fled through the window, grabbing Gino's helpless body and flying out as soon as possible to get out of the safety in numbers. As our sad individual, Sereth, unable to do anything, bedridden, knowing that all this is happening and unable to help. As we end a session there, the gruesome tale of another dastardly tale of Chris Strahd. Alright, that's a recap. Alright, as
Sorry, I wasn't here. Can you repeat it again?
No. Never again. It's Arden, I'm gonna smack you. Wherever you are. I don't know who this person is, but I'm pretty sure that's not their name anymore because they died. I think that's the new character.
Yeah, that would be me.
You're the druid, I'm guessing?
Yeah.
Alright. I won't introduce you yet, so since we didn't really do it. Alright,
And Anubis is dead.
Yeah. I didn't want to tell the name. I just told you got ripped to shreds. Alright, let's see if
Anubis, my buddy.
Meow. Alright, we'll find herself back in the church.
I'm so sad you died, Anubis.
So, like, in real life, that's my cat's name. After we got done with the game, I was like, you died.
He was like, you bastard.
Yeah.
This Keisha.
Keisha.
As we'll resume back towards Emil, as he will have to deal with the consequences of his actions today. Helping strangers, realizing quickly enough, you yourself saw the man who destroyed your entire race. And unable to do anything about it. And unable to save your friend.
Great. Another one dying in front of me. It's nothing really changes. Makes me consider whether or not joining the other party is gonna make a difference. We'll figure that out later. Right now, I guess, at least try to loot these bodies. Bring as much as they can. Make them useful. As he'll try to bring that silver longsword.
Alright, take it.
He honestly doesn't know what happened to the other team, so he's just gonna look
see
around.
A window smashed, and see blood dripping outside.
Nice. As he sees that, it's just like, huh. If I remember correctly, that wizard, he got beaten, so maybe he's outside.
Alright. As I would assume Auden would eventually land down in somewhere in the crypt, as I can't obviously remove their tokens, but I will say, Gino, you're unconscious still, of course. Badly wounded. I don't know what your hit points were.
It was at 2, but I just RP'd it out.
No worries. You're like badly, as eventually you do wake up in the distance, kind of realizing you're outside the grave. As the rain, you're not in the rain, but the graves are wet and damp. As you're pretty much, looks like you soiled yourself.
Kind of looks up, kind of struggles to even sit up, and then he looks around and remembers Anubis' flying corpse. Kind of lays back down in the ground, closing his eyes, starting to cry. Can't save anybody. Can't save anyone, not myself, not my friends. What am I supposed to do?
You and me both, kid. You and me both.
And he kind of opens his eyes partially, seeing uh the the desk golf, right? I think it's a
Yeah.
desk golf, right? Okay. Any what? Why are you in here?
Well,
Don't
I
you
have.
know I'm cursed? Strahd's after me, and if he's after me, he won't hesitate to do what he's done in the church to you or anybody. Just leave me here.
Well, he wants us both alive. So, mine's worse in your end, at least.
I don't want anyone dying for me. I don't want anyone suffering anymore.
What happened to the one that was, how do you say? He was, um, standing or sitting, just watching us? The bard?
Pardon. He went into the direction of the tavern. I'm not too sure. He dropped me off here. I didn't want to burden him. I don't want to burden anybody.
Alright, let's go. As he, like, pick you up on one shoulder, and from there on then, you could sense, this black mist coming from him to you. As he'll go forgive life for hit points.
Oh, what are you doing? Stop! And he's kind of like
Fine.
futile, like trying to
As you
help.
regain 4 hit points.
Hug. Thank you.
We need to find him at least.
N- They're
Do
both
I?
my
Because I
friend Sarah.
remember. Yeah, I was gonna say, it's just like, do I remember? Because I remember Sarah saying he was trying to struggle to like open the door or look through.
Sarah, he was unconscious when I dropped him off at the tavern here. Uh, I don't know if he's okay, but he seemed like he was in good hands. I guess we can. I
Wait,
wanted to go
inside the
check on him.
church or?
No, he's at the tavern. He kind of fidgets to try to get off his shoulder. I can walk, please.
And the blue water inn.
Mm. Well, I'm not used to this land, so you might have to just show me a place.
Okay, we should go. Do we? Do we know from which direction, Red?
Oh, it's
Outside.
back your way, yeah. But as you guys
Oh,
begin
okay.
to hear someone walking and stepping your way behind the
He
wall.
kind of turns around. He like readies out his wand. I hear you. Please step out. I don't want to fight anymore.
Pardon. I'm sorry. I was just there was a lot of commotion and I thought I'd well, I can tell by the smells that it must not have been good.
Gino's face like visibly softened, hearing their voice. He puts his wand away and dips his head low. Something terrible happened here. I'm not sure if you're a visitor of this town, but I can highly suggest on not staying.
So
And he
much
kind
for
of
the hallowed
turns.
ground.
Place isn't protected anymore. Uh,
Right.
what's your new name, Kira?
Amel.
Emel? Okay. He kind of turns towards Emel and, well, I can take you towards the inn where Seraph and Arden are probably staying. And you there, uh, you should probably come with us. I'll be honest.
You both look a little worse for wears. Give me one moment. And he'll sort of walk up to Amel first and cast Cure Wounds.
Like, I'm used to it.
And then he'll go over to Gino and he'll do the same.
He's like,
Thank
hey,
you.
why does he get more than me?
I rolled like Dookie on both of those.
He just kind of, visibly a little bit shocked. You would do this for a stranger? This is most gracious.
Oh, in all honesty, you both look like you're quite worse for wear, and if I'm gonna follow you around, I can't have you, on death's door and all that.
Name's Gino.
Right. I'm Ulrin.
Mel Hearts. The D is silent.
Well, we should get going. But first, I want to do something. Kind of goes towards the direction of the front of the church, where Anubis' body's probably still
The gate's over
lay.
here.
Oh,
Hmm. Seems like we got another stranger.
yes.
Lots of
Hello.
new people
Uh,
today.
don't get too close. It's, it's, uh, it's. And he kind of trails off, looks away.
Pardon the intrusion. I did not mean to offend you. You are Gino, correct?
Kind of takes a step back, a little nervous. Yes.
Again, I am sorry to have scared you a little bit. My name is Alec. I am a divination wizard, and I had seen you in one of my attempts at scrying, and it led me this way. The only thing I heard, though, was a name, and I was hoping it was you.
Well, well, it's very much to meet your acquaintance, Alec. It's a little bit comforting to see another wizard, but I must be honest. This place, and he kind of takes a step forward. It's cursed. Everything's
Yes,
cursed.
I can feel the dark magic from here. I assume it could only be from Strahd, correct?
Speak his name so
Uh,
casually. Yes,
he'll
it's
like spit
him.
on the ground. I do. That bastard has taken my master, and I am looking for him. I've been searching all over Barovia, only getting the faintest glimpses of where he could be, but as soon as I arrive, of course it is always too late. But as we know, that malevolent vampire lord who rules over this cursed domain always leaves some form of murder, helplessness, or evil behind. It was only natural that I thought this could be his work.
Well, I'll be honest. He won't have to search for too long. He's he's enamored with me, and sooner or later he'll come for me.
You poor soul. Well, I do not mean to be rude. I apologize to your friends. I think you heard my name is Alec. It is May I approach a little closer? I again mean you no ill will.
He's like very timid, but he nods. He doesn't say anything further.
He'll come up and kind of introduce himself.
This is
I,
Mel.
ah, nice to meet you. A dusk elf. You don't, see many of those these days. They seem permanently cursed, I should say. And just kind of like looks away, knowing what he's heard from his master about the guy's horrible background. And, who may you be? As he like gestures towards Alrin.
Oh, my name's Orin. Just sort of wandered into here, honestly.
I see. Well, nice to make all of your acquaintances. And forgive me again for asking so much, but aren't there more of you? I had seen, I thought, a larger group by chance, but these things could always be wrong.
A
Gino
lot of people died.
kind of looks, and he looks at he looks at the body of Anubis, probably in the graveyard. He kind of looks at Alec again. There were a lot of us. Kind of trails off, and he begins telling how the group recently just came into Vallaki literally a day ago, explaining how the place felt off. And as he comes to a stop inside the church, or before the church, he sees the trail of blood outside. Kind of covers his mouth in fright. Jeez, what is this? What kind of horror is this?
He sees the aftermath of the horrible vampire lord. Unfortunately, it is something you'll have to get used to, especially if he is enamored with you.
Very much so. Didn't you say we were gonna go to a tavern?
Yes, but first I want to. Kind of looks at the bodies, all splayed across the church, rag-tagged and bloodied. He's gonna close his eyes and get down on his knees and begin to. Please, in this god-forsaken land, in the night that never ends, please, let them find peace.
If you guys wish, you can. This is horrible to say, but if you want, you can loot the dead bodies of your fallen comrades, not the commoners.
Yeah, yeah. That's what Amel was doing.
I think like Alec will definitely suggest it because he's kind of like being logical and tells you guys as well.
Before like the whole thing, before finding Gino, I was gonna say Genos, he would have looted the bodies.
You do see on the priest he has a vial of holy water on his inventory if you want it.
I'll take that.
Holy water.
I know I am just coming along and meeting you guys, but I think it would be pertinent and wise to maybe grab any useful items from your comrades, as we will need everything we can get if we are going to take down Strahd.
Um, Alrin will sort of step in, looking at the carnage.
You just see blood all over the windows, the walls. It looks horrible.
I must admit that I'm not quite equipped for an adventure, so hopefully you don't mind if I, just take a few things.
Gino kind of stands with his eyes sunken, looking at the bodies. Kind of looks at the new reformed party and just starts to walk out. Doesn't say anything. I need to go bury my friend. I'll be ready to go shortly.
And Alrin will take the
I'll follow
shields
suit.
and the armor from Matvey.
Amal, you made sure to grab the sword, right, from Anubis?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna take her gold.
Yeah, you guys have what? A silver longsword and a silver rapier that Arena had. But I don't know who has the. I think rapier was from Seraph has it.
Yeah, I have
Yeah,
it.
Seraph still has the
Because
rapier.
Arena gave it to you because she was gonna be disarmed anyways in that scenario.
Can't remember how much gold Anubis had. I think it was only 10.
Yeah, sorry I deleted their characters. I was hoping you
Oh,
guys had a
Okay.
collection of what they had.
That is on me.
I didn't want a lot of cluster stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I already have enough deaths in this game. 10 deaths or something like that. Jeez Louise, we're only level 4. Not even halfway through.
Gino kind of looks at Mel and he finds a good plot of land to bury Anubis. He kind of mutters under his breath, but just loud enough for Mel to hear. She believed in me, and no one else would. They said I was soft, unable to do anything right. Even my master said something along those lines. But Anubis was different. She wasn't even human. But she saw me for me. I'm sorry, I couldn't save you.
Well, I guess it's time to stay what the Minotaur wanted. Since she is here, might as well let her spirit know. About that message Griff wanted me to give you guys. He said, due to his lack of non-humanity, he decided to leave, leaving us every information he remembers, how to get here, and as well as your accurate descriptions of who you are. Another thing is that he left this note for Anubis, but I don't think she could read it anymore. It says, humanity is nothing compared to us. It is weak, foul. Never trust any of them, Anubis. Do not do anything that will cause your death because of these people. Run away. Come to the forest. And be with me. I can protect you. Eventually, at least. But for now, something is gonna happen. I'm sending these people with you. They can help you more than I can. especially in that stupid town. Do not trust any of them. Just leave. And that's all he said, at least.
Yeah. He kind of like wipes tears from his face. That tracks. You know, just a few days ago, me and Anubis were just talking by a campfire, talking about mundane things, simple things. And at first, it always seemed normal. Like this would be okay. But everything's gone wrong. I wish. I wish she was here.
He did leave a message for you, you in case. Sorry. Blood in my lungs. Yeah, all that fighting, but his message was that your innocence will no longer be needed. Eventually, it's either fight or flight, apparently, is what he said. You'll either run away like a coward, or you'll stand and fight for what's right. Only your innocence will determine that.
He he doesn't look in your direction, but he is looking down at Anubis's corpse and the pile of dirt that he's already begun to gather with the shovel. And he starts to dig the the ravel earth to bury her. Thank you, Jamel. And I guess he kind of chuckles, but you can tell it's half-heartedly, or it's empty. Welcome to the party, I should say. I'm I'm sorry about your friend too.
We both have the same curse. I wanted to stay low, and then he wanted to stay low as well. But tragic as it be, I am a dusk elf. If I'm spotted, most likely everyone will try to kill me. But it seems like I can't die anyways. Not even a proper death from a bear or a lightning strike. And right now, not even when vampires and wolves are trying to kill me. They killed Madfay, but not me. They just left me alone.
Well, then it seems like you and I have more in common than I.
I
Kind of
told you
looks
I'd
over.
know when I see a broken soul.
Kind of looks over at the recently dug burial. Says under his breath, "I."
I will let you know if you guys stay here too long, eventually guards will come and suspect that you guys did this.
Ah, I see you are back. Did you get to say your peaceful words to your fellow comrades?
He nods.
Very
Right.
good.
Sorry, I was supposed to show you the end. Of course.
That is all right. I think it is best though if we were to leave. There are a lot of bodies here, and I don't think we would be in a great position if anyone saw us around them all.
And he kind of like looks over his shoulder, taking one last glance look at the church of mutilated and desecrated bodies. Begins to walk out, going into the direction of the inn. It's it's this way. I
And
hope Seraph
you
is
wouldn't.
okay.
Ah, another friend. You do not think that it would be a bother if I join you on this journey, do you? I feel like we have a similar goal in order to take down the Vampire Lord.
Kind of turns towards Alec. I'll be honest. I only came here in search of my master. There was whereabouts that he might be here. There were only rumors. No one's heard of scenes. Now this happened. I am not sure what I need to do anymore. But everything in me, everything my friends kind of thinks of Anubis, thinks of what Griff said, and he kind of looks back at Alec. He says, everything in my body is telling me to survive. So, I'll survive.
That is the only thing you can do.
Yes, I'm sorry. Of course you can come. The more the merrier. And he kind of like chuckles again, but you could tell he's out of it. It's this way, by the way. The end. Hopefully, Seraph and Arden are okay.
Alright, you guys begin to trail off and walk in the distance. Eventually, within 10 minutes of leaving, you do see a huge amount of guards heading in that direction.
Thanks, but
Be a good
nothing.
thing we got the fuck out of there.
Yes, I had a feeling they would be coming after hearing all the noise. That storm was not natural by any means.
No, wasn't.
Alright.
It was him.
You find yourself outside of the Blue Water Inn. It looks like it's kind of empty now. It is within the night, of course. Not late night. This place would be open, but seeming what has happened just recently, they've kind of closed shop.
Seeing the dim lights, not as bright as it was, he's a little bit worried because he left Seraph here. And he kind of rushes to the front door, seeing if the front doors are open.
They're locked.
Hello? Hello?
Do I hear you now?
No.
Anyone? He kind of knocks, roughly. Please! Is anyone in there?
As you see a raven above you.
He kind of like stumbles and kind of falls down the stairs looking up at the raven. No. 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 He kind of gets back up and then pounds on the door again. Hello? Is anyone there?
As you do eventually see an individual next to the Raven, as he's on the second floor, he looks at you down. You're making too much noise. What is your purpose? What is your reasoning for coming here? Spawn of Strahd. I can smell it on you.
I'm not a spawn of Strahd. No one here works for Strahd. We're just
None
here
of
seeking
them
Raven.
but you. You have the mark of him. What is your purpose here?
My friend Seraph. I brought him here. He was unconscious. I just want to see him, make sure he's okay. And I was hoping that we could see Cave in here for the night.
And
We'll
who are
leave
these
first thing in the
people
morning.
next to you?
These are friends. They they know what happened. Please help us.
Do you put your word and honor and trust in your life? As he looks towards the three of them. Do you
He
vouch
nods.
for this one? No, he doesn't care about you. He thinks you're a vampire spawn
Oh damn.
because you're marked by Strahd.
Fuck.
But the crazy thing is, this guy knows you're marked by him, so this guy must have some connection or something.
He must
Yeah.
know.
In all honesty, I can't really vouch for him, but I've only known him a few minutes and he hasn't lured me to my death or tried to kill me or anything, which is more than I can say about most people in this land.
He's okay. He's too innocent to even hurt a fly.
As you can see, the guy looks at you. A dusk elf around here. That is rare.
Rarer than wanting to die, yes.
Your lifeline will never end until Strahd sees fit. And what is this one over yonder? As he looks at Alec.
The name is Alec, and as well as our new friend Arlen over here, I have not known the child for long, but even you cannot be that dumb to not realize he is an innocent child, regardless if he is marked by Strahd. But you, on the other hand, seem to have quite the information already, knowing it.
One knows very much around these parts, especially if one has been rather marked themselves in a different way. You may come in for now, as the doors magically unlock.
He kind of rushes in. My friend.
He's
Sarah,
upstairs.
is he okay? He starts to
They are
run.
doing well. Fever has gone down, but they wish to help you as soon as they could. But I refused that notion. They would have died if they ran towards where Strahd was.
Can I,
He kind of runs up the stairs.
can I perception check this guy to see if he's, giving off nasty vibes or...
Sure.
Oh, did you say who was the next recap, Red? So I can know if I...
It's not you.
C'est moi.
Oh.
It's me.
You
I
have
ain't
no.
gonna know
It's an
shit.
insight, not perception.
Oh, sorry.
Usually for.
Oh!
No, he's not giving
That's
off
good.
vibes, but he's obviously protecting his family for sure. Obviously, the
Okay.
Markovians don't want to, but you have a feeling he's not really telling the full truth, but for good reason. He doesn't really know you guys really well. He doesn't
Mhm.
want his family to be killed because of you guys. He is very mystical in general. The fact that he just knew right away Gina was marked, and he kind of knew a Dusk Elf was amongst them. Not a lot of people know Dusk Elves anymore. Most of the common folks of Vallaki, they think you are some abomination. They don't really know the past history because they've died out long ago. And if you do see a Dusk Elf, it's rare. It's like, 1 out of 1,000, basically.
Mhm. Perfect.
But
Well,
you feel like he's willing to help, but he's not willing to just expose himself easily enough.
mhm.
But you do notice he has a lot of ravens around the place, as they are probably part of his spy networking of some sort. As Gino's obviously scared of them because he's seen them before in a previous area.
He seems to be alright for now, but everyone, I would keep your guard up just in case.
I'm sorry, I couldn't help but overhear. He said you were a dusk elf.
Yes.
That. Well. Forgive me, but that shouldn't be possible. You guys fled the Feywild long ago, and you never returned. Nobody could find you.
Nobody wanted to find us anyways. The moment we left from the Feywild was because of all that argument the whole races were having in there. We just wanted peace. And eventually, that cost us our own lives.
But we all just assumed that you guys kind of drew the ire of, you know, both sides of the war, honestly, and died out. But if you guys made it to somewhere and settled, then where the hell am I?
Yes,
Near
my
Barovia.
master spoke of them as well. It is not a very common thing.
Lords.
You see Mark how he
Anyways.
chuckles a little bit. You are trapped in a place where you can't escape. I wish you well.
I'm starting to gather as much. Anyways, we should go to his friend.
Yeah.
Are we good to come in?
Yes, but be quiet. He's still resting. And he's like,
Right.
he's sitting in a chair. He's just watching Seraph reading a book.
By gods, an asthma too. What? What the hell is going on here?
This would make sense why my visions keep changing. It is such unique individuals. If we all thought they were gone, they're such unique races. It is no wonder I couldn't peg anything on them. Just seeing darkness and light.
I think as you guys kind of walk in and see Seraph, he does seem to be like in kind of a deep sleep, but just from he's kind of like rolling and shifting a lot in his bed, and if anyone looks at him like particularly closely, you can see that underneath his eyelids, his eyes are like shifting back and forth constantly, almost like there's some sort of battle being waged in his sleep. That's not like a physical one. And eventually he kind of like jolts, but doesn't wake up. And then his eyes sort of like slowly open, and he sees all of you.
Kind of drops his book and rushes over to Seraph's side. Seraph, you're awake. Think that I lost you too.
And you notice that as Seraph kind of looks at you, he has those same black tears that are kind of just constantly running down his face now, and his eyes have gone full black. And then where the pupils are, there's almost like an orange like tint, almost like a smoldering ember, and the tips of his hair has kind of turned black as well. Um, and he's almost like looking through you, but he still seems to recognize you. He says, "Ah, Gino."
And he, seeing Seraph look relatively okay, his eyes begin to tear up. He goes in for a hug. Anubis, she sacrificed herself. She could have ran, but she stick she stayed for me. She died, Sarah. Saw her die right in front of my arms. Couldn't save her.
Seraph kind of like pulls you in tighter and kind of strokes the back of your head. And he just says, I don't know why she sacrificed herself for us, but we must avenge her.
And hearing the letter from Griff, and you're remembering talks he's had specifically with Anubis, and just the whole event, his eyes, while he's embraced in the hug, kind of flash with a strong ocean. He nods between tears. Yes, we have to.
And Seraph will kind of slowly release you and kind of look at the two other people.
Oh, right. And
You
he kind
are.
of wipes his tears. These these people here. This is well. Let them introduce themselves. Actually, is there anything I should get you? Water? Wine? Right, they don't have water here. Oh, I'll be back. Kind of rushes out and goes downstairs to get food or soup rather and water and stuff.
He's already got everything up there. They're not open.
Oh, okay.
They're closed. Like he's got a pitcher of water actually there, which
Heard.
is they. He kind of notices obviously here. He knows the people here. They are not allegiance with Strahd. They are actually unique in their own way, and they're very magical adept. But they keep it very hidden for good reason.
Hello. I think I heard your name was Seraph from young Gino here. My name is Alec. It is nice and reassuring to see an Asmir. We had found, or I should say, Gino at the church, and myself, I am trying to hunt down the vampire Strahd. He has abducted my master when he had taken me in as a child. He, as like Alec kind of looks down, he coveted my master's divination abilities that he was trying to teach me. He saw I had talent, but we all know how that vampire lord will get anything he tries.
And is Alec a human?
Yes.
Seraph kind of takes all that in and just kind of like smiles almost menacingly. And he says, well, it seems like in goals we are united.
Yes, I am hoping to get my master back in addition to bringing him to his knees and making him suffer as he has caused the land of Barovia. He'll just kind of like
Seraph
lean back against the wall.
kind of takes the cup of water from Gino and drinks it and then sets it back down. And he'll kind of grab his shield and his warhammer, and he'll get up and start putting on his armor.
Seraph, wait. We can't go out tonight. It's too late. And on and he kind of You can tell that Gino doesn't want to say this next part, so he kind of like looks down and avoids eye contact with Sarah. And Arden, he didn't he didn't deliver the bone. He, the church, Lady Arena, everything's gone. And the priest, church members, they're all dead.
I apologize, but did you say the name Irina?
Yes, and she was someone we escorted from Bulgaria.
Alec will pull from his bag this like unfinished letter. I think this might be more beneficial from you as I was searching the church. It looks like a letter from Irina to someone named Ismark and conveying how she misses him. And she'll like hand it over to Gino, or he'll hand it over to Gino.
Ismark. Lord Ismark. But kind of reads the letter and this doesn't make sense, Seraph. But I guess it does. I wonder if Lady Irina even knew that they weren't really blood related. By the way, and he kind of looks at Seraph again. We can't leave tonight. We should leave in the morning. It's too dangerous. Now that the bone of St. Thomas is gone, I don't know how long or how strong the influence of Strahd grows.
Where do we go then?
The morning would be better. Ismark mentioned the morning favors instead of the night.
I would have to concur with the child. I don't think on the darkest of nights it is wise to travel. It seems to be advantageous to Strahd and his accursed family of spawnlings.
The only problem is, and he kind of looks outside the window, seeing how the time is now dark. During the day, when we first went out this morning, it the weather, something happened. Now forgive me, Alec. Um, My forecasting skills aren't the greatest, and my curriculum wasn't always focused in all areas, but we still had daylight. Something happened. I'm sure it has to do with Strahd.
I can definitely agree. We know that he possesses many foul magics. I wouldn't put it past him or his strength to be able to change the weather at any time of the day. That is the enemy we face. And just keep that in mind with his gaze and affections upon you. Do not ever let your guard down around him.
He kind of hearing those words, you can tell like it like visibly shakes him a little bit. He looks away, uh, towards Seraph, offering him another pitcher, a cup of water or a soup. Yes, yes. Never mind that, of course. Seraph, do you need me to? Here, let me
I'm
help
quite
you.
fine, Gino, thank you.
Well, I'll feel more comfortable.
You're welcome to stay here for the night if you want. There's another bed.
Yes,
It
but
makes you feel safer.
yes, but I need to. I need to see the children. They should be okay, but I just need to see if they're okay. He kind of walks out, brushing past people inside the room.
Forgive me if I'm speaking out of turn or anything, but do you guys have a plan?
Or
Like anything?
When I did, but they all
well,
got
I have
found.
a plan to die if it works.
Okay, so that's not quite what I meant, but
I think what Aelin is trying to ask is, do we know how we are going to take down the strongest vampire in the land? It seems we are all in agreement that we must get
exactly.
rid of him.
Sounds like there's no way for me to get home or for any of this suffering to end until we can figure out how we're going to, you know. And he sort of like does the whole like mimic choking out thing. You know,
There
Gina
was
kind of walks back in and they're okay.
there was those tarot reading we got from Madame Eva. She said there
reading.
were things, places we should check, look for. They might have things that could help us.
A reading.
If you're not too bothered by it, I wouldn't mind picking your brain a little bit before nightfall. I suppose it is nightfall, but you know, sort of get my bearings a bit.
Very well.
Hmm.
Right, I suppose. Anyone who wants to get caught up to speed and sort of help make a game plan, we'll sit here and talk for about, I'd reckon, an hour or so, and then we'll go to bed because, honestly, and I mean that in the most respectful way possible, you guys look like you've been through hell and back, and that won't make for good traveling company.
You see Emil just already going outside. He's already laying down just to just to sleep.
Seraph kind of smiles slightly at hearing that phrase because it is a little bit more literal for him than people might think. So. Yes, this.
Gino kind of sits down on the bed and takes out his book and start reading. I'll be here. Although, I'm in favor of not staying here. He kind of glances out the window a little bit, kind
Right.
of checking for ravens, a bit afraid.
Well, then in that case, before you guys catch me up to speed, I reckon our best plan of attack should probably be to get the hell out of this town, preferably far away from whatever devil it is that's plaguing you guys. And then from there, we can sort of establish a more solid game plan.
That seems very wise. I agree.
Besides, we can always come back here and do other stuff after we've got our bearings, of course.
certainly wouldn't mind leaving this place.
Right. So it's settled.
the tarot. Yeah. The tarot card readings are a wizard's tower on a lake. Let the wizard's name and servant guide you to what you see. You will seek something in the castle amid the rules place of supplication. Seek out the brother of the devil's bride. They call him the lesser. We could always search the rest of this town.
Yes, it would be wise to maybe check a few things and bolster whatever we need before we go. I unfortunately have lost a few supplies along my way and could use that tomorrow to grab a few things.
Of
It is
course.
hard to see the future when you do not have the tools. Divination is already difficult as is.
No, that makes sense.
All right then.
Do we have any other, dead, and I try to tread this ground lightly, of course, but forgive my insensitivity. Any more goodbyes to say before we leave? Sounds like
I
you
don't
guys
know
have had
where Arden went. I assume
noted.
he's probably dead, but
No, he's here. He's just metaphorically here.
Yeah. Right. Just trying to get all my ducks in a row, so to speak.
And he kind of looks up at Lauren and he kind of gives a faint smile, but he shakes his head. I've said my goodbyes, but but I think honestly, Anubis wouldn't want me being sad for too long. They'd probably tell me to.
how many people we've lost, there's no point in saying goodbye anymore.
Yes, in this land, unfortunately, it is a common thing. You just must carry their souls with you going forward, letting that power fuel you versus bring you down.
Right.
Okay, so settled then. No more goodbyes. We'll gather some supplies, and then we'll head out. I don't suppose any of you are familiar with whether or not there's towns besides this one and the one next to the Devil's Castle.
Have we heard of Kresk?
Krezix is far away though.
Well, we at least know where it is.
Yeah, but you're gonna be walking probably several weeks to get there.
I see.
There is a place called Kresk, but it's quite far.
I do have an old map here, but from what it says, it's quite a long way. I know this map is a bit is outdated, but it has a rough layout of the land. And he kind of points to the old map of Bavaria.
Always begin to
Barovia.
head there.
Yeah,
Stop at places on the way. See what we find on the
Jesus
journey.
Christ.
Yes, and from your reading that you received, it sounds like there are many places that we could infer would be points of interest. It seems like a marsh, the castle, if it is not Strahd's, or at least some points of interest that we could hopefully make out on a map.
I'd probably recommend when we go out into the town tomorrow to look for a more updated and recent map than this one. As interesting as it is, it's not really reliable.
Alright. Does anybody want to do anything else before they want to take a long rest?
Yeah, I'm gonna try to read some books. I'm gonna try to understand some languages.
Give me some. Give me some. All right, get some. You got another. You got. I'll give you 2 letters because you got two good ones. Whoa, which
Oh,
one are
hell
you at right now? Your A B C D. What?
A, B, I think I'm at F. F, I think. Sure.
All right, we'll
I
give.
remember I did 2 successful ones with Seraph, and
All right, we'll give you
the other
G and H.
hell yeah. I'm almost halfway there.
Spell a couple words now.
Mm-hmm.
Is there any like torches or like lanterns in here?
There's no lanterns to take, but they're just sconces. That's it.
Are they alight right now?
They're on light. What do you mean lit? They're always lit. Outside the room, of course.
Oh, okay.
They don't want their building to burn down.
Yeah. Yeah, Seraph will just kind of.
You're the only one knows this area about the winery from them, so that's another location you could probably check out if you want.
Right.
Well, if it's alright with you two, I will sort of just get some rest, but I'll kind of check up on you every now and then. You both seem a little worse for wear, and once again, dead companions don't make for good, well, companions. I'm not so worried about the other two. They seem to be doing okay, barring the one who has a weird death wish. Anyways, get some rest. You two deserve it.
Kind of not.
Seraph will kind of take his shirt off, and he also notice that there's some like black veins that have started kind of spreading down like his collarbones and around his shoulders. He just kind of sits back down into bed and rolls over, tries to go back to sleep.
Gino, can you see it from here?
Yeah, you can see if you're in the room. You can see it. It's pretty obvious.
He sees it. He doesn't say anything, but he does feel responsible. So he looks at it, looks out the outside window, goes back to reading a book before back to sleep. Or going to sleep.
All right. Anybody else doing anything before, or no? All right. You guys get a long rest as you replenish yourselves for the night, sleeping in the inn. As you can hear quickly enough, around 7 in the morning, it's bustling and hustling as it does wake you up early, as you are in an inn that's constantly full of proprietors.
He'll sort of knock on your guys' door before just walking in. Right, how'd you both sleep?
Kind of wakes up and he kind of sits up. Tears are coming down his cheek. Kind of wipes his eyes. I had a nice dream. I can't explain it, but I feel better.
Right.
It seems as if you are all awake. Good.
Okay.
Well, let's get some grub then.
Yes. Also, I should mention, and he kind of turns towards the group behind his shoulder. Uh, I have children with me, and I necessarily can't leave them alone. I don't want to leave them here because they were sacrificed here. So, hope that's not a problem.
I'll be close behind all of you. I just need a few minutes to get my equipment together.
Children
Do
are.
you need any help?
Seraph kind of narrows his eyes at you. If you want.
Sure.
Alec will just kind of respond to Gino. Be careful making sure the kids don't hear. Be careful having children. They will be used against you as well. It may be a good idea before venturing to sea, even if they were up for sacrifice, if anyone else would be willing. Watch after them.
Yes, I was thinking about that on matter of business to do today. But I'll be honest, this place, I don't feel comfortable leaving them here.
There was one other task that the people here mentioned before I passed out last night. I believe one of them said something about their wine supply being less than previously. They haven't received it yet. Said something about a wizard of wines.
Interest.
So we're to help them then, yeah? Or
Maybe we could use some coin. Trip. Maybe they might help us. Did they say you would be rewarded for it?
I believe so.
okay, so this is more about getting the money then.
I'm curious to see what might be happening, I assume, but if it's here, it's nothing good. So it would be wise to at least investigate and see if we can't.
Yes, of course.
Problem there.
Well, then let's be investigators for a bit. As he sort of takes like a stance with his hands on his hips. And then he slouches down again. I'm sorry, where did you say this was again?
They say where exactly it was. Was it, look at, I mean, is it a vineyard?
It's a half a day away
Half a day.
outside of Vallaki.
Well,
Not half a ways. Half a day's journey outside town.
so
So
perhaps
sounds
we
terribly far.
purchase some equipment for our magical friend over here. And then we go produce some wine.
Yes, gaining the favor of anyone would be wise right now. You never know when it could help.
Yes. That too.
What can I get you for your meals today? Same? Stew? Wine?
I will just
Yes,
have your
yes.
stew, please.
That will be a silver piece. As well as the room you stayed that earlier that night is another silver piece. For all you lot. Except for you.
Here you are. Thank you for your hospitality.
It's very much.
And the children? Have they already been
Children
paid
can
for?
stay here, as I know you have much a task at hand. Our ravens hear everything. She smiles towards you with a wink. And it wasn't. It looked kind of sincere.
Gino kind of gets startled for a second, but has a sense of relief as he, looks behind him and sees the children probably. Okay. Kind of turns towards Sarah. You said something about the winery.
Yes.
And you, Valorant, said about supplies.
What you gonna say, sorry?
Well, in another case, let's eat first, and then we can decide on what to do first.
Alright, she begins to procure your meals and food and drink as you see fit. You do notice a wanted poster, obviously, as it sees fit to intrigue maybe someone's eye or ire. But besides that, there's no bounty or money. It just is a warning to those that travel in the woods.
Alec will definitely have seen that and just knows internally, like, there's not that many dust elf just walking around. It's gotta be ML. Or so he thinks. Thank you again for this stew. It was wonderful. My compliments to the chef.
I look at the bartender and say, I don't really know why you did what you did for me, but
She looks towards you. My husband has quite a sincere look for those in need. But if it was me, I would have not let you in. She looks at you with a lesser intent of potentially helping.
well,
But
I would be dead if it weren't for your husband, so.
well, Owen has quite a soft heart for those. Hopefully, we get to the bottom of what's going through the winery. Without wine, the people of Barovia will suffer. But there is suffering enough with Strahd's actment upon this world. People will eventually wither away. As you can see, she directs you in the attention of some people. People here have already lost touch, and some supposedly are born with no souls left. As you can see, they just are kind of like the typical staring at their food and eating like a robot kind of thing. They have nothing to live for.
My best. Pay that favor in kind.
He kind of looks over at the people. Gino kind of whispers to Sarah, I know we can't do anything to help them, but I want to help them.
I believe there is an event happening early this day. I believe there is a justice of a kidnapping happening soon enough. Well, of course, I've heard many stories of other things. I believe there is an individual that is currently looking upon your tent. My ravens has spotted or rather individual, the burgomaster himself, Vargas. He is currently, looks like he's bringing a messenger towards you. I'm kind of curious why.
Just be curious why. No burgomaster. Get up and head back towards the rest of the party. Is it Aaron or Alren?
Alrin.
Oh,
Are you an elf?
Yes. Aladrin, actually, from the Feywild, but kind of just stumbled here. No, I can't find my way out. But it's all good. It's all good. Sorry, what was your question?
I was just making sure I had your name right as well.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Cool. To the market, right?
Yes, if everyone has gotten their fill, I suggest we do that.
you said Vargas sent a messenger our way?
He's sending, she had spotted him with a raven. As it seems there's a person looking for you. They don't know exactly where you are.
Do you mean like you as in the party, or?
You as a party, yeah. They're kind of intrigued.
Okay. Ready.
Ever since you walked in here, ever since, remember, Rena had seen that individual, it's been
I was just
a
nervous.
connection.
So if it seems like we're being summoned by the burgomaster. Obviously, we have business with the winery, and we need to go to the market to resupply. But might be worth checking into.
Yes, see what the burgomaster has to say.
Alright. As you guys begin to rummage through kind of the markets and leaving eventually this inn, the children are safe, of course, as they'll make sure that they find themselves in a warm place, in a warm bed for the time being until you will come back. As you see a cabbage dealer caught, as you hear a hoarse, "You there!" As you hear from behind the stand before you, you see the Baron, a monstrosity henchman you've seen before when you were with Arena, some of you. The man with a fiendishly bobbed arms, brutish tries to offer a smile. It comes out forcefully in an ugly attempt. "Outsiders! His sanctuary, Baron Vallaki, requests the honors of your presence for dinner tonight. I have been here to report you towards the manor at dusk. You will have to bring wine, and bring plenty." As you can see, the devilish armed thug rifles through his pockets until he produces a letter sealed with a crimson wax. "Warm food and good cheer will be provided," as he says, looking over the frayed, bloody clothes, and Brutus sneers. "Do try to dress for occasion, of course," as he hands it directly towards Sereth.
I kind of take the letter and look up at him confusedly. I believe there needs to be wine for us to deliver it to him.
As he looks towards you. "Don't be late. I know where you live," as he walks away.
What the fuck?
Well, that was quite threatening.
You
I
didn't
guess
give us much of a choice, Seraph.
So we better get the wine.
Right.
As you see the crooked V stamped onto the crimson wax, as you can open if you like, or you can keep it sealed.
Open it.
As you see, the letter has names of the original heroes that came to Vallaki. Sadly, many of them are dead, but you see, it seems to demonstrate that in little time, as it seems Vargas has obviously saw fit to have a private dinner and a conversation with you. The honor of your presence is humbling. A request upon the day of the year of the Morning Lord, 1735. As you're expected to arrive in a proper attire, fine clothes, um, as you will be having dinner with the Baron. So they want you to be in clothes, so you might have to spend some gold if you don't have fine clothes. At least 15 to 10 gold pieces.
Well, looks like we're going to the market.
Depending if you have like already noble clothes, then you can count that as your kit. But you don't. If you don't have noble clothes to start with, then you'll have to. Can't come in there with just your armor and shit.
And the investments.
Depending if you see fit. If you fit to ditch town and never come back, then you probably won't come back to Vallaki if he's hunting you.
Just get to the market then and try and get this wine.
Yeah, he said it takes about a half a day's travel. It's almost seems too convenient, no? Kind of chuckles towards Seraph, but you can tell behind the chuckle it's like very instilled real amount of fear.
It
Well,
does seem too convenient, so I would keep your guard up. That man that just showed up.
yes, he seems quite intimidating. It would be probably wise not to get on the Baron's bad side of this town.
I'm not giving up my armor. I'm just I'm just gonna say that I'm Gino's enforcer.
And then you'll probably not be invited.
What does that mean?
Bodyguard.
Well, it's not that I don't appreciate it. It's just, look, I don't want anyone dying for me.
It might
I
be
believe
even
that
wise
ship has
if,
sailed, Gino.
yes, it also might be wise to have someone try and attempt to sneak, possibly. It would never hurt to have one ready. We cannot be too trusting of everyone.
And I'll just say, this invitation seems like bad news. But it doesn't seem like we have a choice.
We can. We can run away. Never show up again.
Then what options does it leave us?
Or you could be an ally. I don't know.
Who knows?
We should at least hear him, as untrustworthy as it might be. We can decide what to do from there.
It never hurts to deceive from our end and make allies. It doesn't mean that we truly have to be looking out for them, but they do not need to know that.
Fine, I'll give away my armor.
Least about it either. But I suppose to the market then.
Yes, to the market.
By the
This is
way,
also, sorry, you go first.
I was just gonna say I have no money anyways.
Yeah, I was about to say, I have about 7 gold pieces to my name.
I only have one.
Don't worry. And he kind of like shuffles through his his coin purse. I have this. I have enough for just me and also another person.
Is Gino like
Um,
showing this to them?
Yeah.
Alec is gonna like step in front of you right away. Put that away. You are going to attract unnecessary attention.
Oh, right.
You
Sorry.
never know who is watching. It is okay. We do not want anyone to know of your reaches. They could be taken before you even saw it coming.
I can cover Alvin.
And I guess I'll cover you, Himmel.
If we get to the market too, I can sell one of the things and be able to help Alrin.
Greetings, what can I help you with? I have many clothes and many greats, blues, vibrant colors, fine silks, beor. Would you like some rings, some jewelry, some flair? As you can see, a vendor selling noble clothes worth 15 gold pieces each. As you can see, he has rings and oddities of little knickknacks here and there, depending on what you want to look like. Hats and other sorts of varieties.
Alec is gonna ask him, would you be interested in buying this from me? And presents the silver cross from the priest.
I will. How much do you want for it?
He like thinks and always wants to guess high. I would take at least 35 gold for this. It seems to be made of full silver.
May I check it, please?
Of course.
He takes it, begins to get his little magnifying, testing and weighing it. Deal.
it.
35 gold pieces is good enough for me. As he pockets it.
Perfect. Could I also get a couple of fine clothes for my friend here, Alrin and I?
We have many colors, browns, blacks, and reds. It's the colors of Vallaki.
I will take the black. And Alrin, what colors would you like?
The browns are like really dark brown. It's not like it's like kind of like a tree oak brown.
I'll take. Oh boy.
And the red is very crimson like.
They're both quite lovely colors. I'll take the brown.
Alright, here you go.
You see, Seraph actually kind of perks up at seeing all the fancy
And
clothes and stuff.
Emil, what's it called? Gina will kind of look towards Emil. Well, you can choose any color you fancy. I'll be taking this one, and he kind of points towards the lighter shades of blue and white.
And how much were they? I apologize.
They're 15 gold pieces each.
Okay.
So
I'll give
anything
you
that
a
has,
30 gold.
like gold accents or like trim on it.
He's gonna give gold as well. His 30 gold. And for this one, my friend behind me.
I'm just getting black, that's all.
You have good taste, my friend.
Black is just a neutral color. Doesn't
We
stand
can
out.
we can like kind of decide what it looks like for ourselves.
Sure, yeah. It's like a suit, basically, honestly, for the men. It's like, I would say, it's like a vest. Here, I'll show you a picture. You're probably going to get the hots on, but I'm going to do it anyways. Let's
Just
see.
think of him in his underwear.
It's like that. That's like a suit for a man. It's
Oh,
very,
perfect.
very fancy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Edit mine a little bit, but
Yeah, you can do whatever you want. It's supposed to be a fancy clothes for a dinner party. Or a rich aristocratic kind of thing.
yeah.
It's not like the finest silks in the world, but it is gonna get you in the door. Now you have to get a bottle of wine.
While we're at the market, would I be able to see like any shops that have anything I could use as like a divination item? It just seems to be something worth 25 gold.
What do you want to find, sorry?
Like any type of divination items that might be there, like marked sticks, like a crystal ball, bones,
Oh, just
card.
just like knickknack. Yeah, you can see there's like a bunch of knickknacks for a gold piece.
Is there any like worth 25 gold?
Oh, you're looking for something like that?
Yeah, to be able to divine.
Yes. Not from that provider, from a different one.
Okay. I'll be looking around to find that shop.
All right, you find that. You can always ask the Makovians if you really need a bottle of wine, but it's up to you if you really want to go to help them out. But you have to start right early to get back in time.
Yeah.
I'll leave that up to you guys then if you want to. If earlier, just get a bottle from.
Or you guys can visit the Vistani. They have a outpost over here. They have like a camp outside. It's in the woods. Or you can go to the lake and see what's up there. But it all takes time too.
Perhaps the Vistani would be a good option there. Usually have wine.
And then maybe we can help with the winery issue that the bartender spoke of tomorrow.
Yes.
Well, okay. I'm okay with that.
Right, so it's settled then.
Do we know how long the trip to the Bastani camp will take?
Not too long. It's like an hour.
Yeah. Well, probably not more than an hour or so. It goes with much more time to get back.
Right. Well, I've been in a presence far too long that things don't always remain the same or go the way we plan. We should move early. Where are we gonna keep these? I don't want to dirty it up on the way there. Can kind of hold the suits and stuff.
You can put it in a backpack or something.
Yeah, backpack.
It's just gonna have to iron it out later. Or P
I just
Diddy
don't
it.
have one. Well, I have a scholar's.
Hey, Red, would I be able to put the crystal ball in like my items but not have the effects? I was like reading the description and I know it wouldn't be that rare item.
No, it's not rare. It's just a regular crystal ball. I know that it's a trinket.
Perfect.
It's for your
Perfect.
casting.
Yes. Thank you.
It's like that crystal ball that you guys didn't take in the fucking in the fucking house.
Right.
One guy did touch it. He's like, "Oh fuck, ghosts."
It's like, ah, shit, and then puts it back. I'm just like, yeah, don't touch that.
I actually had someone actually take it, and they killed all the ghosts, and they obtained it. It's just, it was nothing. It was just a trinket, but they could use it because it looked cool. It has like the smoke coming through it. All right, so you guys want to go to The Vallaki camp?
Yeah. Oh, the Vallaki. I thought it was about the Bastani.
Bastani, yeah, I guess, my apologies. Bastani.
The Bastani.
As you guys begin to make your long voyage there, going through past Vallaki and going deep into the woods, you see eventually in the distance a hovel emerges as you hear the Vastani camp. As people are being rather rejoiced and having quite a great time. Let's see if I actually have a handout. Yeah, I do. So you eventually hear a soft voice drape in Elvish, an Elvish accent call out to you. You must be new here. If you have not yet met, as you turn to meet the gaze of an earless elf, whose sunken eyes speak a lifetime of regret. He is tall, skinny, skeletal, as you can see his robes are now ancient and woven with sigils of the arcane. Clearly, he is a wizard of some sort. My name is Casimir Velkov. What can I help you with, outsider?
Well, I probably could use some time to unload.
As he looks exactly at Emil, as he embraces you with a hug. My brother.
Gino's eyes just kind of go wide for a second.
He has like his arms out for a second, like, who are you?
As you can see, he puts his hair back a little bit. He's missing 2 ears.
Oh.
I thought we are all dead. You're alive?
Some of us are. Physically.
I am one of the last outsiders of my kin left. But knowing I have another one, it makes me have hope.
I
Please.
feel like there's more of us out there, but
Please have tea
they're
with
all
us.
hiding.
Come to my home. My home is your home. As he begins to kind of greet you in. As you can tell, he's nervous, but he has quite hope for the future. As he explains how he lost his ears from the plight of his people. As he explains about the Barovian history. As you can tell, he was once a scholar, a historian. He was very knowledgeable in magic, alchemy, geography. As he kind of demonstrates his mastery of arcanes, his spells. But he does also explain the burdens of his daily life as well. As he also explains about his last name, it's an honor towards the Vastani that bore him a part of their. As he took on a new name, as now he's part of the Vastani, hidden within them. The Vallakiv's descendants failed to live up to his memory. Why have you come this way? Have you come here for Agaril? He is the leader of the Vistani. He is a cunning man indeed. But he is easily angered by people.
We could speak with him, but we're actually hoping to acquire a bottle of fine wine if you have it.
As they chuckle at you. I do not have fine wine. The Vistani have wine, but not to give freely. Especially to strangers. Is this all you come from? This is all the reason you come here to the Vistani? This is such a strange way to greet.
We're sorry. We didn't mean to be rude. We just heard from town that you offer a really nice wine. We were invited by the Burgomaster of Vallaki.
We do not have fine wines. You are misleading us. If you're wanting to go to a fine wine, I would highly suggest the winery. It is makes the production of all the wines across all of Brovia. We are just a traveling caravan, if anything. We have made safety and home up here. I am merely just a lost relic of time. But I do sell wares, of course. As you can tell, he does sell. He sells basically spell components and stuff. Materials. Worth 5 gold pieces worth of materials.
Well, maybe.
As
we
well
could
as he can
purchase
teach you
some of your
wizardry
wine.
too. He can teach you how to cast magic. But it requires a quest.
Do we think, perhaps then, that at the very least we could try and find, where the winery's sort of been stalled out, and then perhaps at least steal a bottle or something?
We could do that.
We don't have to solve the entire problem the same day, but, just get at least one bottle and go from there.
Before you
My
leave,
only-
would I request... I do not wish to scare you away, knowing that I don't have what you seek, but I wish for assistance if you are here for a reason. I usually don't tell forth upon the man that dwells in the castle of Ravenloft, but I wish to seek vengeance. And I have a story to foretell if you come to listen. As he looks like he requires some help, but it's up to you if you want to listen to his story or not. Seems like he has a quest for you.
I suppose we could listen as long as it doesn't take too long.
I
Yeah,
mean,
we're
from a
headed till
great
dusk.
wizard.
See,
Yes.
What do you need help with?
you watch him toss a log into the hearth, as through a spell, the elf sets along a blaze with the back to you as he murmurs, "Centuries ago, my sister Parnia was put to death. She was to be the devil's bride, and our people would rather have her killed than lose such a powerful wizard and such a hungry fiend. She was hell-bent on going to the Castle Ravenloft. We begged her not to go, but it was clear she was under the vampire spell. Parnita was stoned, dragged from her home in the dead of night. She was gagged so she could not utter a spell. At the side, as you watch Casimir tightens his hands to a fist, or depriving him for a new bride. The devil had our women and children put to the sword." As he looks towards Emil, "Genocide carried out by Rahid, a great betrayer of our kin. The elf turns towards his full eyes in sorrow, towards you, Sereth. My sister is dead, but not silent. From the catacombs of the castle of Ravenloft, I feel her spirit call to me. She whispers me in my dreams. She has found no rest after the afterlife, but knows how to escape it. She knows where the power of to cheat death can be found. The same foul sanctum was where the devil stole the power of the vampire. It's a font of evil, buried deep into the mountains, a place once known as the Order of the Silver Dragon. The Amber Temple, they call it. As you watch, he shakes his head. The way is long and perilous. I've tried it before and failed. I beg you, accompany me to the summit, to Mount Gargus, and brave the cold at my side, and brave the darkness with me as well. Together, we can bring the people back from extinction. You can roll an insight on them. With a 15 or higher, you can sense that there's something he's holding back. You're welcome to press him if you'd like, for those that feel the need to.
Kind of tilt my head at him slightly and say, it seems as though that there's perhaps slightly more that you're not letting on.
You can persuade him. Goes.
Well informed if we are to go to a place as perilous as you say it is.
As you watch him reveal, as he talks, I was the one who orchestrated the execution of my sister.
Wow.
And I lost my ears for the result of it. And everybody, all the Dusk Elves have lost their ears that were in that notion. To my great shame, it was I cast the first stone. It was I who railed our people, who stroked the fires of paranoia. I told myself it was necessary, for Patricia was the graces of us. I, could not allow her to join the devils on death. As he cries.
I don't believe we'd be able to accompany you right now, but at some point in the future, I believe we could do that.
And he looks openly and heartful as he smiles towards you. Thank you. I'll be waiting here when the time is right. I'm sorry I've put so much burdens on all of you. I didn't know who to turn to. There's not many people around here that care.
It's quite alright. Just simply trying to.
As he looks towards Emil, as he feels bad for what he had done, but he did it for his sister. And he feels bad for all the people that he's the one who started the whole thing. For all the Dusk Elves. But he did it for his sister. That's why all the women and children are dead, because of him.
Yeah.
Because he didn't let him have what he wanted.
The path to hell is always paved with the best intentions.
I am sorry, Emil. You do not deserve this fate. You're muted if you're talking, Emil. I don't know if you're saying anything.
Is he here?
I don't even know.
I thought he was just brutally listening. He might have fallen asleep.
I don't know, he's still sick.
Yeah, probably. Probably just coughing along up.
Yeah.
Oh,
Uh,
well, in either case, I'm not too unfamiliar with sacrifice, especially when it comes to family.
Suppose we should head towards the winery then.
Yes.
We've already wasted time. Hopefully, we make it back.
Thank you for your kindness, Casimir. We will try to make our way back as soon as possible to help you.
Right, so where are we off to next?
To the winery, quickly as we can.
Yes, we seem to be under a time crunch to make sure we get
Yeah.
back to the dinner in time.
If you guys want, you can talk to the head honcho of the camp. If you want to get some information or not, it's up to you.
I think we just gotta get the wine right now.
Alright. As you leave the Dusk Elf's hovel, making your way out. As you avoid the Vistani tents. As you can almost hear, there is a woe in the area. I'm not sure what, but you do feel there is a feeling of loss. As you can tell, the Vistani aren't as happy as they once were. But that's all you get.
These people, they've suffered so much.
It is quite sad for sure to be thinking that you are helping out family when all of us, I am sure, would make the same choice, but then to doom your race. It is not an easy burden to bear.
And my apology, it doesn't take a week to get to Krezk, only 2 days. I read it wrong.
Oh, that's good at least.
The problem is it depends on why you want to go to Krezk or not. It takes you like a day to Krezk. My apologies, not in a sense, because how the hexes work here are different than the ones in normal games. So you can actually traverse the whole area of Barovia pretty fast. Problem is, there's a lot of danger.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
In the meantime, we're going to take a quick 5-minute break before you head out to Vallaki, as you are heading out at the point, still in the morning, probably about 10 a.m.
Yeah. We could have just got some regular wine from that Bastani camp, but I don't know. I feel like
I feel like he's a wine
Yeah.
snob.
Yeah, I feel
yeah,
like this
I feel
dude
like
is
they're gonna be like, "Oh, you got us this, huh?"
yeah.
Oh man, you know what's awkward? Going to the market to get things, but you didn't get everything. So you need to go to the market again to get the rest of the stuff. Come back. My stuff from 7-Eleven hasn't got here yet. So
Lame.
it's gonna be a little bit awkward when we all come back and I need to be ready.
Man, I have a +5 to hit with my weapons.
Oh, I think they're here. Alright, I'll be right back.
Okie dokie.
Oh, I am also back.
Welcome back.
already back yet or no?
Yeah.
I think we're just waiting on Chino. Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you, thank you. He kind of he kind of looks like what's the dude's name from The Witcher?
Geralt?
Strahd, the new. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Huh.
Alright, as you guys begin to travel across, you eventually come towards a crossing, a lunar river crossing roads. I don't know if I have a handout for that, but let's see if I do. I think I already gave that one out. I think I did. Yeah, I don't have it anymore. As you begin to see the crosswords, you see kind of like a turned over wagon. You can see kind of strange sighting here. You see no bodies, nothing, but just a wagon in the middle of the crossroads.
Bad feeling about this.
This doesn't seem good, I agree.
Be careful, everyone.
So no blood, no signs of an altercation, just the tipped over wagon.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
This is even more suspicious, I feel. There does not seem to be any sign of battle or any wounded.
when we initially, before we came to Vallaki, we ran across the, I guess you would say, natural citizens of this land, and they didn't seem too kind. We might come across them again.
Right.
I make a perception check to see if it looks like there's anything like hiding nearby.
Sure. You have a feeling this is a trap.
What
This
is
I
it, sir?
thought. I think this is almost certainly a trap.
Well, what should we do? Should we go around it? Should we go the other way? But I think it's going to take longer, no?
Well, if we have a minute to spare, I could try and see what happens.
If you'd like.
I mean,
Do
if
the
we
barrels
suspect
look
it's a...
Do the barrels look like wine barrels?
No. They look
I-
empty.
I'm gonna have Alec, I think, for the first time around them, cast Augury then. To see, ideally, that we are going this way. Like, we have the bad feeling, but, like, what could I get from that?
Alright, you're doing augury. It says takes within 30 minutes. 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Roll me the D100.
Okie dokie.
You don't get really anything off of that.
I don't seem to have neither good nor bad feelings from it.
Do we have to keep going, like, past
You-
the cart to get to the
You
winery?
can. Well, it's a fork in the way, so you can go back the way you came from, but you have to go through the fork. So, the way you want to go is obviously this direction. This direction leads you towards another direction, and this one leads you to the lake.
Forward is the way to the winery. So.
Suppose we could just sort of walk around it.
Yes. Just be ready though. I don't. If anything pops out, I'll be ready.
I'm gonna put on my mage armor now.
Yeah, Alrin will also take out his shield and kind of cower a little behind it.
Yeah, I'll take up the front.
Alright, as
Yeah,
you move, Seraph,
behind.
you begin to notice a little crack in a niche into the woods as you quickly see people poking their heads out. They don't get surprised on you, but you don't get it either, as you do see there are obviously individuals in the woods rearing up their hand crossbows and attacking you. As you see a glimpse, you see humans, but you can't really tell who they are and what they're all about. Until obviously you get closer, just kind of get a better view on them.
Nice.
Alrin is right on edge, Jesus.
Alright, what would you like to do?
Alrin is just going to sort of step up a little, and he'll kind of stick a little beside the cart, and he'll just sort of shout, "We don't mean any harm. Please, we just want to talk. We're just traveling." And he'll sort of he'll spend his whole turn trying to sort of like wave and show Alrin's only got his shield in his hand. He's not holding any other weapons.
Alright. As you hear a voice sounding, "Where is Arena?"
She was taken by Strahd.
Then you will die for this.
He kind of steps up. And he also says, "Listen, we tried to protect her, but the bones, St. Thomas's bones, were taken from
We
the
don't
church."
care about the bones. We want Arena, so we can give it towards Strahd.
Well, Strahd already has her.
As they kind of, you hear a swear word underneath their fuck. As they were hoping to have it so they can make some leeway with him.
Listen, no one has to get hurt. You could all just leave now.
We will get a prize. One of you. We will sacrifice it towards Strahd. For a deal. Die!
Please. He's not going. Gino's not going to attack, but he is going to ready a. He's going to ready a binding ice. But only if they attack him.
Okay. This one will aim and fire at Gino.
Damn.
Oh no!
18 to hit.
Hit.
You take 6 piercing in the leg. As they're doing it non-lethal, they're going to actually take one of you hostage if they can.
So I'll do my binding ice.
Which one?
Well, it's you can't.
You can't see anybody?
Mm-mm.
Oh yeah, you can't binding ice anybody.
Oh, because you don't have dark vision.
Okay. Then I guess I'll. Oh, never mind then. I won't do an attack then. I'll just
Just give me 1 second. Actually, you should be able to...
Daytime, right?
Yeah, it is daytime. Yeah, there we go. I forgot to put daytime mode on.
Oh, okay, cool.
Which one?
Oh, then this one I guess, or whichever one attacked me.
The one over here? I don't know. What's the range on it? 30
Mm,
feet. It's a 30-foot cone.
30 feet.
You're not even close to
Oh.
anything. It's a cone.
Right. I keep mixing binding ice with snow blast. Never mind.
Okay. This one will attack you as well. 18 to hit for 4 piercing. Take him down! 18 to hit for 3 piercing. Jeez Louise. Gino's taking a beating.
I'll kind of, Seraph will just kind of look over at Gino, see him take 3 arrows, and he'll kind
You can
of...
tell they're aiming at not, like, artery spots. They want to keep them alive.
Seraph doesn't care. Seraph is just gonna, like, turn back to them and look at them and say, "Your funeral, then. I will activate my radiant soul." And when Seraph's wings pop out, you see the edges of his wings are, the like wingtips have gone black and they're almost like charred slightly. And he will start flying. Get. Get here.
As you do notice eventually when you get closer to them, they look like Vistani.
Oh, they're too far away. Okay.
The gypsies are attacking.
I'll just throw a guiding bolt at the dude who
All right.
Attack Gino.
That's it. The last one to hit him, or
I guess the one that was talking.
okay, he's dead.
Ride him.
I'm sorry if I just look at the other ones. I see just blast that dude into like mist. At he says, "You sure you still want to do this?"
I think we do. As you hear another voice.
Oh God.
Gotta make things fun. Come on, man. My turn.
Okay. There's this one. Can't really see that well as he is going to step out into the. He's going to attack Alec in the back. 17 to hit for 4.
Yes.
This guy as well. It's going to go for Alec. Natural 20 for 15 piercing.
I have a question
Go
for my portent dice. Do I say it before
Yeah, you
as
can
like
say
a
it before.
reaction?
Yeah, you're like, nah, fuck, you get a 1. You gonna roll
Yeah,
your
so I
portents?
want to. I did. I got a 3 and a 4, so I'm
Alright.
going to give him a 4 instead of that nat
Alright,
20.
it misses completely.
Oh, not today. We are not doing this. Alex, I'm like, look at his crystal ball too that he got. It's kind of like shoddy, right? It's not like pristine. And he's like, damn, this thing. I was trying to see if we could prevent this, and of course, I have to get my money back. But for you guys, he is going to, on this one, chill touch.
Sure. 16 on which one? This one?
Yes.
Roll damage. Alright, takes a blow as he's like, ugh.
And then 5, 10, 15. Am I able to, like,
Yeah, you get cover
hide
there.
against
That's why they
this?
couldn't see you.
Okay. Perfect. Yeah, he's gonna
Should probably
stay
put
there to
that
cover
in, but
himself.
I'm lazy.
Everyone, be careful. They are coming from the woods.
There. This one will go over here and fire a shot at the druid. Misses. As before long, a new rival comes out as he does a pot shot towards Zareth.
Oh, mysterious.
.24 to hit.
Yeah.
Roll me a con save. As you get inflicted with a poison, something begins to course into your bloodstream. You don't take damage from the physical hit, but you take the poison instead. You take 20 points of poison damage and you're poisoned.
Jesus.
As you eventually see the individual run in the distance, making their way out. As you hear, retreat! We've got what we wanted.
Well, I suppose I probably shouldn't let them just get away. And Alrun will sort of raise his hand up that isn't holding his shield, and he will, give me a sec here. He will throw a spike growth kind of right there.
Okay.
Alright. And then he will bonus action healing word Seraph. Actually, I can't. I can't cast 2 spells. That's
No.
a lie. I will end my turn.
Righty. can shoot from here. Let's go and do a couple basic spell attacks. This guy. Show me the money.
He's dead. This guy realizes he'll try to step and move. Give me the damage as he'll realize he physically can't move anymore. Maybe he's dead. Who knows? 2d4.
Yes, 2d4 for every 5 feet.
Yeah, you moved once.
Oh, I almost rolled 1d4. 4 damage.
As he takes the blow. As he knows if he tries to run anymore, he might die. As he looks towards Seraph and makes an attack roll. 18 to hit.
Yeah, it just hits.
Take 4 damage. Because whatever you were intoxicated with poison, this poison's pretty lethal itself. As you look at the poison mark, on a free check, you can roll a history check to see what kind of poison you were struck with.
History?
Yeah. Medicine or history, my apologies.
Oh, well, I would have done medicine.
You can do medicine then. Go for it. 16. You can tell it's a drow poison.
Drow poison. Seraph will kind of look down and cough a couple times, and then he'll cast Lesser Restoration on himself.
Nice.
Smart
You remove the poison because that would last an hour.
Oh, Jesus.
Drow poison lethal and does a lot of damage too.
Yes.
Seems like the Barovians want something out of their hands, but seeming now they found, oh, you guys are really strong for them. This bandit is going to like crossbow shot at Emil. 13's a miss. So he's gonna run back. This one as well for Emil. 22 to hit for 2 piercing. I'm assuming Emil's not here. He's sick.
Right, I don't see him rolled in.
Yeah, he's probably out.
The plague.
Well, it would seem they are trying to flee after seeing our power. Alec is gonna like peek out, and on this one up here, he's gonna cast Chill Touch again.
Sorry, which one?
This one.
He's dead.
How does it feel to have the hand on the other foot?
This one will fire a shot at Seraph. 18 to hit for 9 as he runs away. Well, Vastani got some good aim, man. That +3, yo. That's just luck, honestly.
Alrin will cure wounds. Seraph over here. There we go.
Very nice.
Kind of look back at I'll run with like Seraph has murder in his eyes, but he has some clarity for a second as he looks at you and he just says, "Thank you."
No problem. As Alrin will do like the typical sort of smile and head tilt.
Or just gonna give a couple of more basic spell attacks. This guy.
Which one? The guy trapped in here?
Yeah, the guy trapped.
He's dead. I hit cheese with him.
Then back.
Alright, Sarah.
Guiding bolt. Oh, the guy who shot me.
Okay, that's a hit. Did you annihilate him? You like blow his leg off.
I blast a hole through the center of his chest.
Pretty much, yeah.
Jeez.
And then I will here and
This guy just runs. He books it. And in combat.
a healing hands on Alec.
Oh, well, thank you. Are you sure that you don't need anything else? Nice, back to full.
Yeah, you get 8 points.
This is amazing. I have heard about healing magic, and to personally experience it, it is quite convenient.
I'll cast Cure on myself as well.
Do we know if there's any like stuff in this overturn?
No, it was a hoax. There's nothing left.
I see.
They were hoping that you guys would fall for it. But now you know who attacked you.
This
Seems
is
the
interesting.
Vistani aren't all nice. They want leverage.
I didn't recognize that
against the
lady
devil
that
himself.
Shot me.
No, you didn't recognize. He's too far away. But you can tell there was Vistani. And the guy, if he had a poison dart like that, he's probably somebody that's quite high on, or quite up there on the Vistani.
Well, we all carried ourselves quite well there. Good job, everyone.
I wish it didn't have to come to that. Yes.
I do too.
It is
We
not
should-
very good to keep hopeful optimism about random strangers. I understand having a good heart, but again, try to protect yourselves and see everyone as an enemy at first.
They decided to attack us first. So. Their fault.
Be wary, it seems a few got away. We do not want to run into another trap.
Right.
Right.
Someone died. Okay. Bye bye.
Alright, you guys continue onwards in your long road ahead. It'll take you half a day to get to your location. So you pass the bridge. as you begin to decide to go to the crossroads, not heading down south or north, but heading obviously west. In the meantime, as you guys do travel, you're welcome to roll a survival check if you like a rare herb or a magical item with D100, a 10% chance.
Hey.
15 will not get you anything, it just finds you food,
Hog?
99.
What kind of food are you looking for?
Oh.
17 will get you a common herb, and Alec will get an item. An item.
Let's go.
That's just real Tarrasque, some of them.
Yeah, totally. Roll me D100, actually.
That. The duality of dice rolling.
2.
Mhm.
Wait, what the heck? Why is he rolling D100? He's still
Oh,
here.
for the item.
But Emil's, he's not. Is he in the chat?
Yeah, you just.
Five.
You were sleeping. You nodded off.
I know.
Yeah, you missed out on fighting the whole combat.
You almost died.
Yeah, you're getting fucked. You get pelted by people.
Sorry about
Wait, what did you get? I didn't see what you rolled. Oh, you rolled. Oh, 7. Okay, that's
that.
what
Yeah,
you
I got
get.
7.
All right, two will. You find a greater healing potion on the ground, off a dead corpse.
Let's go.
The
In
vials,
this economy?
the vial's cracked, so FYI, it won't be usable again. Once you drink it, the vial's useless.
Okay.
But yes, you got a greater healing potion. Congrats. As all.
Unless
What?
you know the cantrip minor mending.
Yeah, you can mend it.
I don't. The useless wizard.
You are not useless yet. You will be strong in time. As a D6 for the Herbie.
Oh, right. Oh, one.
I think you guys got this one before, but give me a nature check. I think I gave this to somebody else. You have no idea what that is. Anybody else want to roll nature?
What is this?
Alright, you find it. I put it in the Discord. It's called a Candle Rose.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Did you find it in this campaign or a different campaign?
Yeah.
Yeah, this
This
one.
campaign.
I think it was this one.
Yeah, Anubis gave it to Arena. Try and comfort her after they left.
They're everywhere.
At one point, but I forgot what it was. Oh, I give it to Arden.
Alright, so you begin to travel a little bit more, travel a mile. I'd like Gino to roll me a d20 for encounters. See if there's an encounter. It's a lower chance, of course. 6. Nothing happens. You're fine. As you travel another mile ahead. As you begin to travel, you do eventually come across another view vantage point. You see what looks like, it looks like a bridge of some sort. On their map, it says it's Raven River Crossing. As you can see around you, you feel like you're not alone. I'd like everybody rolling perception checks.
Nice.
Seraph is on high alert.
Yeah.
As you see the woods whispering all around you, as if you were warned against the threat. You hear something slithering through the fog as if it was dragged itself forward. Perhaps it was a legless zombie. Perhaps it was some sort of Barovian beast. Gritting yourself for danger, you feel the brush of a rustle. In the moment, 2 creatures reach up from behind you, their voices dry and raspy. The seed has borne bitter fruit. It shouts, "We are the fruit!" as it adds to its companion. The creatures look like some rather fiend-like plants lunging forward with viney appendages, as we'll end our session there, as you get attacked by some blights, and some vine blights, and some twig blights, and some needle blights.
That's not
Many
good.
blights.
What a blast. Ooh, ooh.
As we'll continue our session next week for another enticing game of Curse's Rod.
Nice.